Hello again, this is Tim Talks About Everything, and today I'm talking about Native American artifacts. These artifacts were found by me personally or by my friends or relatives, and today I'm in part one, and there'll be three parts to this. I'm going to be talking about the early Archaic and the middle Archaic period. That would be before the time of Christ. As if you're watching this, you probably know that already. And I will then talk in part 2 and 3 about some of the later time periods and just some oddities that I've never been able to get identified before. So thanks for tuning in, and let's get started. I'm going to run through some of these artifacts. I'm going to start with the most ancient that I have in my collection, and that would be with the Archaic age. And this first item is an archaic knife, possibly a Stanfield. And as we go through these archaic and, well, the early Archaic and the middle Archaic, you'll see that the progression of technology is really tremendous. So we have here just a regular knife that would have been used many years ago before Christ. Second on the list would be this very nice, it's also probably a Stanfield utility knife. And we're still talking about the early Archaic age. Next, we have a coating knife. Now, the coating knife, it might actually be easier to see that on a black background. So let me just modify this a little bit here. You see that I'm high-tech with my stocking cap here. You see with the coating knife, there's just a little bit more technology present, and it's pretty neat to see the development of that. Okay, the coating knife. And then next on the list would be this very nice example. So really what I have here is a broken point. It would be a concave base. And again, you see quite a bit of development there. I don't know if that was broken in use, or I've heard that sometimes when a treaty was made, then they would break some of these points as a symbolic gesture in a ceremony. So, I mean, it could be that, but probably just something that was broken in process of hunting. And again, it's early Archaic. Now, most of these items that I'm showing you were found out west. My family lived out west for a number of years, and this particular item is Tortugas. It's generally seen more in Mexico and Texas, and that's not where I found it. But all of these items were collected by either me personally or by a friend of mine, a couple of friends of mine, or my grandfather in one case. But this was not collected that far south, but it was collected out west, Tortugas, and you see it also is in the Archaic period. Next we see a little bit more development with this very nice example of an Archaic stemmed, and again it shows the development of the structure, the style. It's fascinating to me to see all the different styles that are present in these Native American artifacts. So that is stemmed, and then the next item is probably my favorite. It was collected by me just a couple of years ago. And I believe I probably am the one who broke that point off when I was digging in a river and running everything through a sifter. And I probably hit it with the shovel and broke that tip off, which makes me sick. But at the same time, it's going to happen. And so I really appreciate this particular item. It's probably middle Archaic. It's a Marian. It has some fossilized coral there. and it's just a beautiful piece, and as I said, one of my favorites. Okay, thanks for tuning in. This is Tim Talks About Everything, and today I'm talking about early and middle archaic stone points. Tune in, this is part 1. I'll have another part where I will delve into more of the late archaic, woodland, and then also some items that I really don't have any identification for at all. But thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.